Have you noticed how the Ravens seem to have woken up at exactly the right time? Just a few weeks ago, everything looked lost. The team was sinking in the standings. But suddenly, they started winning, climbing back up, and now they're right on the Steelers' heels. And it's not just luck. The stats and the schedule show that Baltimore is poised to take over the division. Every game from here on out is crucial, and if they keep this momentum, what seemed impossible could happen. Steamrolling the Steelers and locking in a playoff spot. Stick with me until the end, because you're about to see exactly why this comeback could be historic. A little over a month ago, the Ravens season looked completely over. With only 1 win and 5 losses, things were critical, and many were even questioning John Harbaugh's future as head coach. The mood around the team was tense, and it seemed like they were on the brink of total collapse. But things started to quietly change. In the last 4 games, Baltimore has shown grit, pulling off key victories that put them back into playoff conversations. It was an explosive turnaround, but it was steady and consistent, proving that this team still has the strength to fight through the rest of the season. This comeback shows something crucial. The Ravens still have fire in their eyes and know they can turn things around. Every play, every point scored in these last games shows they're not just trying to survive. They're aiming to dominate the division and secure their spot in the playoffs. And that determination puts the Ravens back in a direct battle with their biggest division rival, the Steelers. This chase isn't just about numbers. It's about pride and controlling their own destiny, setting the stage for some intense showdowns ahead. Before Week 12, the Ravens are just 1 game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers in the race for the AFC North title. That slim gap turns every remaining matchup into a true battle, where every point and every play matters. The closeness of the teams raises the stakes and makes it clear the division is far from decided. And the most exciting part? Baltimore still has 2 head-to-head matchups with the Steelers. These aren't just crucial for standings. They're historic rivalry games that bring even more intensity to the fight for the division crown. Winning here doesn't just give points. It delivers a huge psychological edge for the rest of the season. All the pressure is on Baltimore now. If they can win these games, they could take sole possession of the division lead. But to do that, they'll need to stay sharp and seize every opportunity in the games leading up to these critical clashes. And this scenario ties directly into playoff odds. With the right performance in the coming games, the Ravens can turn this tight chase into a real advantage, paving the way for even stronger numbers in the postseason race. Check the stats. According to the latest playoff projections, the Ravens have a 77% chance of making the postseason. That's the highest percentage among teams currently outside the playoff field. Meanwhile, the Steelers, even leading the division, only have a 39% chance of playing in the wild card round. These numbers show that, statistically, Baltimore has everything it needs to flip the script. These odds might sound extreme at first, but they make sense when you look at the Ravens' schedule. Each upcoming win not only boosts confidence, but also solidifies their position in the standings. And the more Baltimore wins, the closer they get to overtaking the division lead, keeping the Steelers on constant alert. The psychological impact is huge too. Seeing the numbers point toward an almost inevitable rise puts pressure on Pittsburgh and fuels Baltimore's momentum. It's like the Ravens are sliding toward the top, while their rival scrambles to hold on. This advantage in the odds sets the stage for the upcoming matchups, which could ultimately decide who controls the AFC North. Every game is a chance to turn these stats into reality and put the Ravens in true command of the division.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video. But before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
The Ravens' schedule over the next 3 weeks is practically tailor-made for a surge. They'll face the Jets, Bengals, and Steelers, and all 3 games are at home. Playing in front of their home crowd gives them a huge edge, not just strategically, but mentally, boosting confidence and momentum at a crucial point in the season. The first 2 matchups, against the Jets and Bengals, are games where Baltimore is the clear favorite, especially if Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow is still sidelined. These contests represent opportunities to rack up points and build the rhythm they'll need heading into the showdown with Pittsburgh. Winning here isn't just about the record. It's about sending a message and cementing belief in their own abilities. Then comes a decisive clash with the Steelers. A win in that game would hand Baltimore sole control of the AFC North, dramatically shifting the division's power balance. The psychological impact would be massive. Not only would they take the top spot, but Pittsburgh would now be on the back foot, chasing the Ravens for the rest of the season. Every play, every drive, every mistake or big play will carry even more weight than usual. This combination of easier matchups leading into a rivalry showdown creates the perfect storm. If the Ravens capitalize, they could turn favorable odds into reality, solidifying their lead and setting themselves up for playoffs. The timing, schedule, and home field advantage all align in Baltimore's favor, making the coming weeks critical for their push toward dominance. What looked like a total collapse just weeks ago has turned into an unstoppable surge. The Ravens are now in a position to dictate their own destiny in the AFC North. Every win they secure now isn't just padding their record. It's reinforcing a sense of command, showing the team they can flip the script and seize control when it matters most. Their comeback has been as strategic as it has been gutsy. Quietly, they've rebuilt momentum game by game, proving they aren't just surviving, they're aiming to dominate. The mix of victories and a favorable schedule shows Baltimore has the mental toughness, game plan, and execution to make a serious run at the division. The numbers back it up too. A 77% chance of making the playoffs compared to the Steelers' 39% highlights the growing gap between the two teams in terms of probability and momentum. Beyond stats, this is about presence, intensity, and seizing the moment. Baltimore is no longer just a contender. They are a threat that could reshape the AFC North landscape. Everything connects. The recovery, the pursuit of Pittsburgh, the playoff odds, and the strategic schedule. Together, they create a scenario where the Ravens control every step. Now it's all about execution, turning opportunity into reality, taking the lead, and solidifying a playoff berth that once seemed impossible. The Ravens story has gone from near collapse to a powerful charge up the AFC North. Every win in the coming weeks isn't just about climbing the standings. It's about taking control of the division, asserting dominance over the Steelers, and proving they belong in the playoffs. Their resurgence isn't just statistical. It's a demonstration of grit, focus, and strategy. Baltimore has the schedule, the momentum, and the mindset to steamroll Pittsburgh and take sole possession of the division. The big question now is whether the Steelers can handle the pressure, or the Ravens' comeback will be unstoppable. One thing is certain. The coming games will define the season, and the path to the playoffs promises to be electrifying, intense, and unforgettable.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself.